Okay.
This is about the lakes.
This is called Love in Various Places.
But it's about animals on the lakes.
It's actually, if you look at this from the top, it's three-dimensional. It's, you know, it's just a whole sculpture. Kind of a collaborative. So the poems are in here. So for you, you know, as a poem, and then I have pictures, because it's all animals from around here, so it's pictures of people with in a canoe or with a fish or here a life jacket, and he must have a turtle or something. I've always liked art, but I was a reading specialist, and I didn't do art, but I came here. Interestingly, I like to sew, and you can see that influence in my books. And I like paper, just love paper. I've always liked paper. So I was an elementary teacher. As a reading specialist, you don't really have the bulletin board, but as a person who loves paper, you put up things on a door and make it, you know. So I did that kind of thing. But when we came here, my husband said he needed to build this room on the garage, because I would need a room. And I said, well, why would I? What do I want a room for? He said, trust me, you need a room. And the minute it was done, I just moved my paper in and my scissors and my stuff and my books, and, you know, just started doing art.
I always feel that, even though I've always written, it was when I came to Wisconsin that my writing just kind of went.
So it was just kind of a neat collaboration. Well, here.
And that's that canoe book I was telling you about.
Yeah. Here, why don't you take that and set it on the ground? Okay, so then I took them and I put canoes in each one, and I wanted beads, and I had some stamps that were Native American, kind of turtle, and let's see if I can find bear and eagle. I don't know what all. Deer or antelope, I don't know what that's supposed to be, but I wanted these to be from around here, and I just had a lot of different stamps. And then it dawned on me, like, if you have a January to December and you close it, well, that's not really nature. So this is, I think it starts over here. This is fall, and then winter, and then spring, and then summer, and it just is a never-ending. I like to do three-dimensional like this, where you cut in, cut out. That's just really fun. And I have some poems, like these two, are both here. So again, you know, you might set it over here, but if you look at your table of contents.
That's about eagles. I was telling him that I actually wanted to do a book, and there was a librarian in Platteville, and I said to her, would you like to do something together, you know, put together a book? And she, sometime we'll have to do that. And I came home disappointed and said, oh, I mean, I wanted her to say, how about Tuesday? And Franco said, well, I'm free on Tuesday. What would you? And so we did 3 books with Simon & Schuster, and I thought it was so funny. And it's not that I would discount him. I mean, he's in English and he would know words and writing, but I just hadn't thought of that. That this is enough for 12 children. I would say it's only, you ought to double the recipe for 12. You know, and I thought, so you're actually doing that. And then listen to this. Isn't that fun? 12 children. You see all the poems. Well, I shouldn't have them. Okay. All the pictures then are our family, and it's poems. This is more about people and us, and it's kind of love poems. It's really kind of an interesting thing. Years ago, there's a guy, Walter Hamady, that used to teach there. Let me see, he was in the graphics and print department.
Right.
And he did one time a display at the Albion called Breaking the Binding.
which was the idea that books don't have to be between two regular covers. They can be, because, you know, these days people don't do books much anymore. I mean, they all are in the internet, you get e-books. So we wanted to do books that were kind of different.
Let's see. This one actually, if it will work, you can close it up and then you can open it so that it...
This is Folds of Joy is what this is called.
Yeah, it's called Folds of Joy. Here, let me... Of course, I got that, so it's... But it... You know, and you can actually...
See that?
You can actually hang this one as a mobile. So that's just pretty colors. And the poems are real happy poems. So...
But they're inside the fold. So
yeah, some of them are longer. So I had to do that. And I like that there. And I could. I had the space to do that.
It took me a long time to get that title. Folds of Joy took me longer than writing them.
Yeah, but here are all the moms because the dads are off in the war. So, and Franco was born at the very beginning of the war, or the war had started actually. And his grandmother had a goat, and he tried to ride the goat, and you know, he lived in Tuscany on the mountain, so the goat bucked him off. He went down a ravine, so it didn't turn out too well for him. And then, okay, you've got the mom and the goat. Now here are all the dads are coming back. So can you see there are goats, there are dads, there are moms, and everybody like hands in the air. Oh, it's a great joy. And then here is a poem talking about his father frying eggs and doing it in thick green olive oil, fresh olive oil, and it's like my dad's back. So that's, you know, kind of what this is about. I shouldn't have all this. I have had people say, oh, I like your cards. Could you do, 3 baby boy, 3 baby girl, 3 sympathy, 3 birthday for a child, birthday for a dad. And I think, you know, see, I'm not Hallmark. I mean, I just want to mix a bunch of cards and like make 50 cards. Do you see something you'd like to sell here? Pick them out and put them in your shop. And that's what's fun, because I'm retired. I'm not trying to make a living, you know.
Right.
So, yeah. So I'm really, but I just can't seem to quit. For 12 children, I would say you ought to double the recipe.
The 2 eggs were gone from the nest in a tuft of reeds of Turtle Island, the smallest island of birch. And the 2 loons swam side by side close in the mid-morning, the wind only astir, the sun warm. When she turned toward him, their bills met, and they floated in closer, so their necks seemed one before they separated. He dove west, and she swam on in her own direction.